Hi Sarah, the short answer to your question is that this entire sum, the 6d and the 29, are both being divided by 6d. So if you just cancel the 6d's, you're losing out on the fact that the 6d is also dividing into the 29. So generally speaking, we just leave this alone because there's nothing really that we can do. If you really want to cancel, you have to do the distributive property, or there are a couple other things you could do. But the distributive property takes a copy of the denominator and puts it underneath each part of the numerator. Notice that you could do this with good effect on a lot of problems. For instance, this problem. You could, if you wanted to, instead of canceling the 3's, which would be a big mistake, you could distribute that denominator to each part of the numerator. And this would be 1 plus 3, and that's 4. And this is 12 divided by 3, and that's 4. So this is making sense. Notice if you did try to cancel the 3's and get 1 and then have a plus 9, you get 10, and that doesn't work at all. So if you do this first step and give each part of the numerator a copy of the denominator, then you could cancel these and get this. And this would be sort of an acceptable result, but it turns out that in algebra, often this version of what we've written is easier to work with than this one. And so in beginning algebra, we just don't encourage students to go down this path. If this does not divide evenly into both of these, often we just don't do anything and we leave it here. Once in a while we do a little, depending on the problem, but this is a pretty good stopping point. So the simple, straightforward answer is this must divide into all the terms. You can't just reduce one term from the top with the entire denominator. I hope this helps.